The other thing yeah, I was like, if I have a kid or whatever, there was like, if I had a kid, like I would club it over the head and eat it over a barbecue. Yeah, like I full on said that, and like I've said that many a times. Like it's just like there's a delay in people fucking understanding and downloading my experience. I think like and we're taking out of context so at all times. So it's just like yeah, you just gotta keep saying it. It's like man, like I don't want to fucking And then the other thing is like I think basically like. I can see my future, and then like I definitely see myself running into like a little mini me or something, and then having to do the calculation. Like I won't fucking kill something that looks like me. I'm already too far gone. If I ran into a clone of me, I'd be like, hey, do you want to commit suicide too? And they'd be like, it'd probably be like, no. And I'd be like, okay, well, can you kill me? And then they'd be like, no. Yeah, because I'm non-violent. I watched a Black Mirrors episode. It was hilarious. It was basically like a soldier who was going around like killing basically like mutant humans, and then it was literally just a chip in his brain that like edited his reality to make like basically poor people look like mutants. And I was like, fuck, that's deep. So basically like, yeah, soldiers like shooting at like an enemy that's identifiable. They may just have like some reality glitch that's like. And it's literally them. They could be shooting them. They could be shooting their mom, dad, brother, sister, like fucking friend. Like they've got no idea. Like they're just killing machines. Like how do they know that like there's not some reality filter making some totally innocent friend look like what they're trained to believe is their enemy? So, yeah, basically, like, as I was making a screenshot video of my Facebook journal, like a relevant post relating to Black Mirrors, I get a robocall again, and then I was like, oh, and then, but I did the whole, like, swipe, and then, like, click record, and it worked. I was like, oh, it's like, I'm screen recording, but then I'm also recording my own mic, and then, like, basically like when I'm listening to the recording of the video that I made on the robocall, I couldn't hear my own voice going like, hi, just so you know, this call is being recorded. And before like the number was the same as the last 3 robocalls to my knowledge, and then they didn't like their robocall didn't activate. So, yeah, I recognized the robocall number, and then I was able to record my reaction over the phone and record the screen, but then I couldn't do but then when I went to listen to it, I couldn't hear my voice, and I couldn't hear the voice of the robocall. So I'm like, yeah, it's fucking like Black Mirror's like all over again, like, and it's like perfect timing. But then realistically, I also heard like basically like I got soothsayed from a fucking time traveler like a really long time ago, and they were saying that basically like the phone is like your phone is a tool essentially for like keeping your brain alive, right? By like giving you problems, and then like you have to self-advocate, and then when you're self-advocating, you're like, you feel like you're doing the right thing, and they're like, trust me, man, you're not doing the right thing by self-advocating, because you're participating in the system of abuse, which is basically like them giving you problems and then you basically like trying to solve them, right? Like realistically, there's never going to be an end to you solving their fucking problems if you keep like reacting. You know what I mean? And that's really unfortunate, because like, and sad and depressing as fuck, because like we're literally just given problems all the time, and then like we are forced to deal with them, right? And literally like, I don't know, like I'd rather just crack jokes, you know what I mean? Like in all the fucking videos that I made, like when I was walking around or whatever, I look like fucking Dobby, I literally look like, I don't know, I start to look like, pull my hair back and shit like that, like, and I go like this, like I look like Dobby from fucking Harry Potter, and it's so true, Thing is though, Dobby didn't have his fucking sock stolen, I had my fucking sock stolen, right? And my hygiene kit, and a bunch of other things, like, I mean, realistically, like, I've had my mind fucking gone. And I was like, you know what? Like, I was like, the only tiny piece of like fucking grounding that I have is that like I'm able to just like wash my body. You know, like that's all I want. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't even need I don't even need to have like, you know, a totally sane mind. All I just need is like, you know, when I want to brush my teeth, which isn't all that regular. Like I'd like to be able to brush my teeth, you know, and like clip my nails and like, you know, clean my ears out and stuff like that and brush my hair, you know, and then yeah, so I thought that was funny because, like, you know, I was reviewing the last 2 videos I posted on YouTube that were like an hour long and 30 minutes long, and I was like, wow. I was like, I look like Dobby, you know? And then for the hours, like, literally, I probably have, like, I'm not even kidding, like, 24 hours of just me speaking into my Facebook journal, right? And me speaking into my Facebook journal, if there was, like, a Black Mirrors thing where I was being recorded through my phone, you know? Like, I'd basically look like this the entire time. When I was speaking into my fucking phone over my Facebook journal, I was probably doing this, you know? And then, like, Facebook was probably like, there's this guy, he's, like, making a ton of fucking... I was like, okay, so there's this guy, he's in this stage of development, and he's making a bunch of fucking voice memos, and we just want to let him know that we're watching him, so, like, we're gonna mind control him so that he basically does these voice memos in the form of video with himself, so that, like, you know, he has a reference as to how crazy he fucking looks when he's expressing himself, because he looks fucking crazy. He looks fucking, like, diabolically fucking crazy, and, like, we're about to medicate this bitch. Like, we're gonna fucking medicate this bitch, because he's making us fucking crazy. And I'm like, I don't care.